by 8.5 games. Top of the first, Vladimir Guerrero gets all of the Glavin offering, is 19th, 1-0 Expos. Top of the third, 2 on, 2 out. It's 4-1 Montreal. Glavin gets Michael Barrett to pop out to third to get out of further damage. Glavin, though, would leave after 3 due to a blister. Keith Lockhart to play in the bottom of the 5th. Flies to shallow left. Here's Will Cordero coming on. Gets there and can't hang on. Lockhart goes to second. Next batter, Darren Bragg. Javier Vasquez walks him. Next batter, Rafael Furcal. Base hit the center. That loads him up. Here's your next batter from Matt Franco. Down 4-1, not anymore. Get out of town. And he means a grand slam from Matt Franco. He finally gave the fans what they wanted, a curtain call. Bottom of the 6th, watch this play. Javi Lopez, with runners on first and second, pops it up. Vasquez, that's why the pitcher never plays that. Drops it. Andres Galarraga picks it up to throw to first. Jose Vidro tags Vinny Castilla. It's a weird double play, nearly a triple play. Check it out again. Lopez doesn't run out of the box, breaks his bat instead. This was nearly a triple play. Instead, it'll just be recorded as an odd double play. Top of the 9th, 7-5 Braves. John Smoltz just about automatic these days. 2 on, 2 out. Gets Orlando Cabrera to pop out to end it. Smoltz, 14 straight saves. Braves bullpen continues to be brilliant.
On the Braves, first batter was Rafael Furcal, 93-mile-per-hour heat. That's a cold strike. Let's go with the heat inside again, 93-mile-per-hour. That's ball 1. All right, let's pick it up a notch. 94-mile-per-hour inside. That's 1-2 count. 96-mile-per-hour. I'm thinking heat away. Oh, opposite way, but it's just fouled by Furcal. So he stays in there battling. 94-mile-per-hour heat, fouled off by Furcal. Still battling against Bartolo Colon. We're talking 98 miles per hour. That's another foul ball. Catcher Michael Barrett puts down the sign. Let's try breaking pitch. Breaking pitch. 84 miles per hour, grounded inside the bag at first, and Furcal would turn it on. He sees the opening and will have a stand-up triple. Good battle by Furcal against Bartolo Colon. Next batter, the ageless wonder, Julio Franco. Franco looking for space, opposite way. Uh-oh, Vlad Guerrero must have been reading ESPN the magazine. Loses it. Ball goes to the wall. Furcal would score sac fly, E9. Franco moves to third. It's 1-0 Atlanta against Cologne. Now facing Gary Sheffield. That's a grounder. Now Franco would score on that. Orlando Cabrera, uh-oh, that's too high. Expos committing 2 errors in the first behind Cologne. Can I go back to the American League? Oh, just kidding. Cologne to Chipper Jones. Here was an improvement. A 4-6-3 double play. Defense redeeming itself for Bartolo. Expos down just 2-1 in the 6th. Fernando Tatis with a bags full. His 6th career grand slam. He's hitting .385 with the bases loaded in his career. 5-2 Expos. Back to Cologne, and he had it going on. Ask Chipper. At the knees. Heat. Strike 3 called. Then the breaking stuff to Darren Bragg, the pinch hitter. 6 Ks for Cologne. He held the Braves scoreless in the final 6 innings. Cologne, 7 innings, 2 runs allowed, 1 earned run, and the Expos win. Sending the Braves to just their 2nd loss in 13 games. At the same time, they pull within 8.5 games of Atlanta in the NL East. Cologne, who should be allowed to pitch in the All-Star game, no matter which side he pitches on. Now 13-2 lifetime against NL clubs. 4-0 this season. By the way, Andrew Jones, an all-star for the 2nd straight year. Fans voting him the 30th man on the NL team.
Half-game lead on Montreal, the rubber match between Bobby Cox's Braves and the Expos. Tony Armas Jr. against Vinny Castilla. Look at Jose Macias. Nice running grab.
You love to have defense like that, and you could throw a lot more pitches and make guys put in play if you have confidence in your D.
It's 2 outs in the 5th. Greg Maddux, typical Greg Maddux there, gets Michael Barrett. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Darren Bragg in the 8th in a 5-4 ball game. High chopper. TJ Tucker. Oh, no, couldn't handle it. Bragg running hard all the way. Put a little pressure on him. It's an error. 2 men later, Julio Franco drives this into the corner. I'm going to tie this ball game up. Both of these bullpens, you know, very good bullpens, but both would get blown up a little bit here.
Well, you know, coming in, Scott Stewart, he had only blown 1 save on the year, and the rest of the bullpen had blown 9. And you saw TJ Tucker blow that save, so that's 10 for the rest of the bullpen besides Stewart.
After Vinny Castilla was hit by the pitch, Keith Lockhart is next with 2 outs, base hit. You have men on the corners. Next man up is Javi Lopez. 2 outs, 5-5 ball game. Rip that. No. Tatis trying to handle it, trying to make some sort of effort to get the out. Doesn't work. And the Braves get the win. Greg Maddux goes 6, gives up 2 earned runs. Maddux and Glavine are now winless in 7 straight starts since winning combined game number 499. But the Braves do get the win.
For some reason, he's back behind the dish. Look, the count's 2-1 here on Ricky Leday. You're out of here. Ricky, it was 2-1, dude. At this point, McClellan believes he's Harvey Korman. He has no idea where he is. The Heat certainly getting to him. And look at Leday. He didn't strike out. He singles. Scoring Marlon Anderson, 1-0 Phillies. Top of 4 bases loaded, nobody out. Vincent Padilla. Boy, is he good at home. His home ERA is 1.82, best in the NL. Gets Schneider, gets Jose Vidro, and it's all about the Fanatic. Girl, I think my butt getting big. Padilla, 7 1/3, 5 hits. Here comes Mesa to close. Schneider on second. Watch Tomas Perez. He's arrowed. Why? Because he has the ball. Hidden ball trick. Out! But wait. Frank Robinson comes out to Harvey Korman and he says, wait, I think he called timeout. Yeah, Larry, I called timeout. He's safe. Didn't happen. So, meanwhile, 2 batters later, Brad Wilkerson, Larry Bowa, go foul, go foul, go foul. Fair ball. It's a home run. Mesa not pleased. 2-1 Expos. Bottom 9. Rolling on second. Jason Michaels at the plate. We love the throw. We just love to show the bats going in the stands. Duck. Jose Mesa, 5th blown save and 27 save chances. Already 1 more blown save than he had all of last season. The Phillies, Travis Lee will have an MRI on his sprained left shoulder Friday.
The Expos had a pretty good series on Thursday. Down and in. With this, we're down to the last strike after that hidden ball trick. Didn't quite work. Hit a 2-run shot to win it for the Expos. On Friday, hit another home run off the Phillies. Expos would go on to win that ball game. On Saturday, first batter of the game, woof.
Scouting report says, just throw it right down the middle and see how far you can hit it. Come on.
Tough Brandon Duckworth. It's a 1-0 ball game. Top of the 4th, still 1-0. Fernando Tatis. Daddy's home. Look at this. Hey, there's somebody out there, though. He's got it.
Somebody tell Duckworth to mix in a slider.
Well, that guy had him played perfectly.
He did. He had the scouting report. Here's Andre Scalaraga.
Second deck, first seat.
Oh, whoa, bonked it. Only his second of the year, but it's 4-1 Expos. Bottom of the 6th, bases loaded, 2 outs. Bobby Abreu rips this, nice pace of it, but Vladimir Guerrero is there. Bottom of the 8th, 4-3 game, 2 on, 1 out. Pat Burrell, not quite what he wanted. Maybe Cabrera and Vidro double play. Larry Bowa thought Burrell may have beaten that out. Didn't win the argument. And the Expos take this one 5-3, the final score. Brad Wilkerson 2 for 5 with 2 runs. Javi Vasquez has allowed 1 run over 5 innings to get to 6-0 lifetime. Game on Sunday. We'll be talking about that a little later on in the program. Here, Will Cordero facing Carlos Silva. Cordero puts that out. Expos take an 8-5 lead. Brad Wilkerson. Look out! He's had a very good series. We've been talking about that all weekend. Wilkerson say, what was that for?
Well, after a guy takes you deep 3 times in 3 games, you better get the ball inside, at least brush him back and not let him lean out over the plate.
Now, you saw the home plate umpire, Paul Emmel, issue warnings. We'll get to that later. Pat Burrell in the 7th. Burrell deep and out. Look out there. 22nd of the year. Cuts the lead to 8-6. Joey Eischen comes on in relief later in the inning, and that gets away from him. Plunks Marlon Anderson. And he gets tossed because the warnings were given.
I don't know what Paul Emmel is thinking about here. That ball, that's a breaking ball. It's a 1-2 count. And I know you issued warnings, but you don't throw somebody out for hitting somebody with a breaking ball. Umpire's discretion, his discretion there, that's terrible.
And then later, Brad Wilkerson got hit by pitches. He was hit following the home run. Icing on this. So, but, you know, did he paint himself in a corner now with the warnings?
Well, even if you have warned both sides, it's still the umpire's discretion. That's a breaking ball. It's one thing if you drill him in the head with a fastball, but that's a curveball. Come on.
Frank Robinson said that. Do you remember the Southern League? You might go back there, kid. You know who I am? Scott Rowland here in the 8th. 2-run shot. Phillies come back. Phillies get the win, 10-8.
Scott Rowland again. 2-run homer to win this ball game.
Bartolo Colon, by the way, went 5, gave up 5 earned runs, a career-high 7 walks. Wilkerson
Their neighbors to the south, very busy on Thursday. Cliff Floyd, last remaining member of the '97 championship team, traded in his Marlins attire for an Expos uni. That's his former team, the former all-star centerpiece of a three-team deal that had been in the works for quite some time. Floyd, Wilton Guerrero, Claudio Vargas headed north. In return, the Marlins get a bunch of arms. Carl Pavano, big starter, and lefty reliever Graham Lloyd, principal among them. Floyd told reporters, "See y'all next week over there," pointing at the visitors' locker room. Expos at Florida for a series beginning July 19th. Expos, Vlad Guerrero, put on the gloves and knock me out. Goodbye. His second of the game. But, and look at it again. I mean, he just lunges. The guy can hit it out from anywhere with a snow shovel. Graham Lloyd enjoying his last little bit as an Expo, but not enjoying this. John Smoltz comes in, lights out, 30-second save. The Braves have won 10 of 12, improving on the best record in baseball. Kevin Millwood has not been beaten in 10 starts. They get homers from Andrew Jones and Gary Sheffield. Sheff had 4 RBIs in the game.
This season, there he is, greeting new old teammates. Vlad Guerrero, his first at bat. Floyd, standing ovation, talks about expectations coming back.
When I got here, I was a little youngie, you know, just trying to learn from the big boys in the outfield. And, you know, I didn't have to do much. I just hit second and got guys over. And, you know, now I'm expected to do a lot more.
And so back at the Big O, and there the Yankees still scouting him. Perhaps a trade in order. Still got a scout in the stand. Floyd facing Greg Maddux. Bottom second, scoreless game. Very first pitch he sees. Didn't look like there was much on it. Didn't need to be. Little grounder, 4-3. Just like that, 1 out. Floyd 0 for 1. Bottom of the 4th, still scoreless. Maddux facing Guerrero. Full count. Look. Mercy.
No doubt on that.
No doubt at all. 22nd of the year, 1-zip Montreal. 3rd for Vlad in 2 games. That was a rip job. Next batter, Floyd. Maddux gets Floyd 0 for 4 in his return to Montreal, but he'll play more games. Top 5th, Maddux facing Tomo Oka. Oka in English means pitcher singles. He's down 0-2 in the count and gives that up. That's going to be a fine in the Kangaroo Court. Not done, though. Rafael Furcal at the dish. Maddux not being held on at first. He decides, well, if you're not going to hold me and you're not going to check me, I'm going to steal my 5th career base. He's in there sliding. First steal since July 17th of '97. Then Furcal reaches out, slaps a little bit the other way. Maddux rounding third. Oh, hit the bag, came up a little lame, trots it home, would pitch the 5th, but then come out with a strained calf. That's been bothering him last month or 2. Top 8, Gary Sheffield. Little one-hand job. 17th homer, game tied at 3. Let's take another look just to see that. Yeah, Chef, keep the left hand. As long as you got the firm left side, you can come through.
Got to swing against
Vlad did it on Thursday. There you go. Maybe that's just a discount rate in Canada. You know, you only need 6 fingers on it instead of 10. Top 9, Wes Helms facing Scott Stewart. Henry Mateo subbing for Gold Glover Orlando Cabrera. First bobbles it, then throws it away. Jason Marquis, the pitcher, pinch running. Scores make it 4-3. All told, 5 in the 9th for the Braves, and they now lead the Expos by 11.5 runs after an 8-3 victory. Not sure if Cliff isn't arriving too late. Maddux leaves in the 5th, no decision. Remains unbeaten in his last 14 starts, tying a career best. Sheffield has reached safely in 38 straight games. Bartolo Colon making his first home start for Montreal. Put that in there with a little acquisition of Cliff Floyd, and you got 17,335 at Olympic Stadium. Bottom first, bases loaded for Cliff. 0 for 4 on Friday here. He's safe. Fielder's choice. Brad Wilkerson will score from 3rd. 1-zip Expos. Bottom 5th, Wilkerson again, and this time he's going to score by his own self. 10th home run of the season, 3-2 Expos. They regain the lead. 4th largest crowd at Olympic Stadium. They are loving their baseball in Montreal. They're loving their baseball team. They are loving Vlad Guerrero, who off Glavin smashed the other way. Not quite as pretty as the one he hit on Friday or the one-handed job on Thursday, but just as effective as 23rd. Gone. Saturday's crowd, look at that, above average. 8,427 in the first 39 games, but they come to see Cliff, and Cliff delivering. How about this? Home run, out, home run, home run. That's 3 homers and 4 batters against Glavin. 3 games, 14,482 since the Floyd trade. They love it. Cliff putting fannies in the seats. I'm telling you, he's better than Reggie Jackson. Bottom 9, 6-3 Expos. Cologne trying to finish it off. Matt Franco, 3-1 put out. Expos win at 6-3. Expos manager Frank Robinson, he's got some noise he's making after the game.
That one tonight was for the fans that's been coming out here supporting us all year long, and the extra fans that came out tonight and really gave us a real boost.
And he said, tell the Braves, we're not dead yet. Cologne, 5th complete game of the year, wins his 5th straight decision. His 2nd win as an Expo, both of those.
Cordero behind him. Vladimir Guerrero, well, he was pitched around by Damian Moss in the Braves.
I'm not too sure Damian Moss hadn't rather face Cordero with the bases loaded than Guerrero with runners at first and second. Green light.
Oh, Don Sutton, be careful what you wish for. Guerrero, 4-pitch walk.
So the base
Brings up Will Cordero. Oh, yeah. Boy. Moss is bumming. Leo Mazzoni is so shocked, he's not even rocking. 3rd career grand slam for Cordero. Bottom 4, it's Guerrero up with the bases loaded, and Guerrero busts out the walking stick. Moss just, that's it. Just walk 6-0 Expos once again, bottom 6. After walking Jose Vidro, Moss walks Guerrero again. Bobby Cox walks to the mound. That would wrap it up. 8 walks for Moss in the day. So Cordero up with 2 on and 2 out with Kevin Grabowski on the mound. Base hit. 5 RBI on the day for Cordero. Expos hand Atlanta back-to-back losses for the first time since mid-June, pulled back within 9.5 games in the East. And 25,109, the 3rd largest crowd at the Big O this season, were on hand to watch it.
Kicks back of the wild card as they host the last place Phillies. Top of 9, Phillies are toast. They're down 8-3. Lieberthal, Tatis. All right, 1 out. Next batter, Travis Lee. Okay, a little single up the middle. Tomas Perez, all right, doubled on the right field line, and Ricky Leday walking. Now we have a 3-run homer, and now it's a 2-run game. Leday's 5th. New pitcher, please. Scott Stewart. Jimmy Rollins, nice little bunt. Get on base, bring the tying run to the plate, and he does because of some juggling and Andres Galarraga error. Bobby Abreu, that's a walk. New pitcher, please. Matt Burgess. Next batter, Pat Burrell. 2 on. Harry Callis, please.
Fly ball. It's deep to left center field. It is out of here.
Doug Glanville, next batter, double to left. Phillies aren't done. Scott Rowland. 15th of the year. Phillies 11-8. Let's go back to Mike Lieberthal. He's up again. Hey, Mike. Put down the gear and grab some more lumber. A hit. Travis Lee. Out number 2. We're still not done yet. Tomas Perez gets to bat twice in 1 inning. Burgess, and look at this. Lieberthal's thrown out. 12 batters, 8 runs for the Phillies in the 9th. The Phillies' 8 runs in the 9th inning marked only the 6th time since 1900.
Bottom 3, Vlad Guerrero facing Randy Wolf, involved in a bizarre sequence here. John, hey, pay attention here. This is important. Guerrero pops it high. It's coming back. John, it's coming back, and Tomas Perez makes the catch. Now, Guerrero argues, says it's out of play. Frank Robinson says it hit the concrete rim up there. I got the rule thing right here. Should be a foul ball. How many cups you got there? Is that it's
9,
it's 10. Oh, that's a shame. Really, it is. Guerrero was out. You go back to the 2nd inning. The Expos intentionally walked Perez, the 8-hitter. Pitcher Randy Wolf comes up, pops out to left. Good call by Frank Robinson. Get comfy, John. It's a long highlight. To the 4th. Perez fouls off one, fouls off another. Again, this is just routine activity for an anchor in a routine highlight. Hey! So now they walk Perez intentionally. Wolf with the bases loaded. This time he makes him pay. Run scores, game tied at 1. John, keep that head still there on the follow-through. Tony Armas Jr. uncorks the wild pitch. Head still. It's 2-1 Phils. Next batter, Marlon Anderson, into right center. Ollie, income free. All 3 runs come around to score. Phillies up 5-1. Stop. Now that's just that's rude. Yeah, you two. Bottom 4, Orlando Cabrera. Wolf fields it, starts the 1-6-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the fifth. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wolf went 7 innings, allowed 3 runs. Top 7, Travis Lee. That's it. Stop. Enough. I can't do this anymore. Please go to a panel where it's John Anderson free.
I'm getting ready to do mine.
The Phils were an atrocious road team to start the season, but they won.
So why is this Expos ball boy wearing a Marlins jersey? I'm waiting for your answer.
Late trade?
Jeff D'Amico, Vladimir Guerrero. Whatever happened to the arm of Jeff D'Amico, John? His 24th home run of the year. It's 1-0 Montreal. I'm sure it's temporary. It's winless in 9 starts. 2-1 Mets. Fernando Tatis. It's the surgery. Nice, Ned. Now any shares. Still 2-1 Mets. Nobody on 2 out. Welcome back, Mike Piazza. Back from back spasms. His 19th home run of the year. This one coming off of Tomo Oka. 1 for 4 was Mike. He's hitting 292. Back to D'Amico. To Guerrero. 2nd home run of the game. 25th of the year. Vlad's 18th career multi-home run game. Expos within 2. Tied at 4. Top of the 8th. That's Scott Stewart. Roberto Alomar. Don't tell me. The ball boy again? Good range. Later in the 8th, with the Mets up by 1, 2 on, 1 out, Edgardo Alfonzo. 10 RBIs in his last 6 games. The ball gets stuck at the wall. Piazza would score. Mo would score. Bourne has scored 3 runs for the 2nd straight game. He hasn't done that since 1996. 9-4 now. Runner on second. Nobody out. David Weathers. Andres Galarraga. The home plate ump, Dan Iasonia, calls it a strike. Iasonia signaling to the Expos dugout. Somebody is thrown out. You got it. You can't argue balls and strikes, Frank. He's gone. Expos lose 9-6. 4 in a row now for the Mets, who continue to score runs in July. Their 99 runs this month leads the majors. Peyton, Vaughn, and Edgardo Alfonzo all had 3 hits for the Mets.
New York seeking its first 5-game win streak in a couple of months.
I thought in a couple of years.
Could be. Frank Robinson thought about quitting, staying with the team. Vlad Guerrero trying to hit a home run backwards. Mike Piazza at the wall. Robs him. You're out. Go sit down. We'll get back to you. Top 8 bases loaded. Bartola Colon gassing Ray Ordonez at 97. Mark Corey, Vlad Guerrero. Oh, boy. Get eat. Vlad, 26, 19 solo shots, 7th jack in 8 games since the break. His team's up 2-1. Top 9, 2 outs, bases loaded. Colon, Edgardo Alfonzo, be a hero. Or you can hit in a 4-6 double, 4-6 force out and end the game, and he did. Colon's 6th complete game of the year. Expos win at 2-1.
Miss you, man. Jeff Torborg got some concerns. We got a swarm of bees under one of the seats. We got more bees at Pro Player than fans. Top of the 2nd, no out. Cliff Floyd's first at bat. Down he goes. Marlins waste no time. You know, when you got bees, you got to call the B-man. That's the B-man coming to the scene. You better hurry. Javier Vasquez, an RBI single. Fernando Tatis is going to score on the soft shot there. 2-1 Expos. Are the Marlins cursed by the bees? B-man coming to the Marlins aid. Sits down. Full-fledged stare down. B-man, he's not intimidated. He's drinking a soda. Must be working. Why? Well, Luis Castillo driving in 2 on a misplay by Orlando Cabrera. Castillo in his 2nd. Marlins up by the score of 3-2. B-man working his game now. B-man is focused on the task at hand. He's got the handy vac. He's got his Marlins gear on. Marlins take advantage with an Eric Owens RBI double, and the Marlins are up by the score of 4-2. The 8-game losing streak curse, and the Bees are vacuumed away by the B-man. B-man doing a great job. The Marlins finally win a game. Really, the Marlins is thrilled about getting those Bees out of there. Marlins win for the first time since the All-Star break, snapping that 8-game losing skid. They had been 0-7 since trading Floyd and Ryan Dempster. Floyd did go 1 for 5 and has hit safely in 5 of 7 games since rejoining the Expos.
All year, had it going on Saturday. Top 1st, Brad Wilkerson. I'm sorry, no. Top of the 3rd, Michael Barrett. Go to your room. So Penny working well early. We go to the top of the 6th, 2 on, 2 out. Cliff Floyd against his old team, making some contact, but that would end the threat. Penny 6 shutout innings, gave up just 3 hits. Bottom 7th, Mike Lowell. And oh my, his 15th of the season, his first in 2.5 weeks. The Marlins win 3-zip. It was Penny's first win in almost 3 months after missing 7 weeks with a biceps injury. The Expos made all those deals, but now they've gone 3-7 since the break. Cliffy Floyd 0 for 4 against his old team. Vlad Guerrero 2 for 3, gets the 1,000th hit of his career.
Facing the Expos, Wilton Guerrero goes down. His brother Vlad goes down. Andres Galarraga, the big cat, goes down. Tony Armas, 2nd inning, the whiff. 3rd inning, Vlad comes back for more.
He goes down.
4th inning, Galarraga. Armas.
He goes down.
5th inning, Wilton.
But none of them ever really fell down.
Cliff Floyd.
Your speech.
Vlad Guerrero. Jose Macias. Brian Schneider. John Bacabella, Rusty Staub.
Facing Brad Wilkerson, and there you see the Expo meter at more than 95 hours. It continues to run. Later in the first, 2 out. Vlad Guerrero on first, trying to steal on Mike Piazza. It's the 14th guy Piazza's nailed in 90 attempts against him this year. Expo scoreless through 24 straight innings. Top of the 4th, Fernando Tatis with a man on. The pop fly, and Mo Vaughn hauls it in. 27 innings, more than 96 hours. Top 5, 2-0 Mets, 1 on. Michael Barrett. You can turn off the Expo meter. The streak is over. Tie game. Barrett's 9th homer. 96 hours, 24 minutes, 49 seconds. Bottom of the 7th. That's Marco Scutaro. Down the third base line, going to score a pair on a triple for Scutaro. Puts the Mets on top 4-2. First major league hit and RBI for Scutaro, and he's got a momentum. Bottom of the 8th, 4-2 Mets. There are some people who refer to him as Morty. Some just call him red hot. 15th homer for Mo Vaughn. Mets on top 5-2. They win by that very same score. 7th win in their last 9 games. No great secret as to why they have discovered offense.
Mets, Italian night at Shea Stadium. Top 3, Jeff D'Amico, Italian. Fernando Tatis. Down he goes. D'Amico 4 strikeouts in the game. And the top of the 4th, D'Amico pitching to Brian Schneider. Mike Piazza doing some things we didn't think he could do. He threw a guy out, Steve. Piazza Italian on Italian night coming through. Bottom 4, Mo Vaughn.
On Italian night.
With 1 on. His 11th home run in his last 24 games. 16th of the year. 2-0 Mets. D'Amico, meantime, 7 2/3, gives up only 2 earned runs. Striking out Tatis again. And then in the bottom of the 6th, Piazza at the plate this time. 2-run home run. His 22nd of the year. And the Mets are up by the score of 4-0. Top 9, 4-2, Armando Benitez doing what he seems to do on a nightly basis, making things interesting. Brian Schneider, solo home run to right, 3rd of the season. And just like that, the Mets lead is down to 1. 2 outs in the 9th. Brad Wilkerson, Montreal's last chance, and Benitez comes back, strikes him out. Mets win 4-3. They've won 8 out of 10. Expos have lost 8 out of 10. First loss for Cologne as an Expo, and Cliff Floyd, so much for the acquisition of him being a catalyst for a playoff surge. Since getting Floyd, Expos are 3-10, and Floyd is hitting only 200 as an Expo.
Wednesday, Sean Estes gets the start and talks about the deuce.
Over the top curveball, usually about 6 to 12 rotation. And I throw it like this on the top of the horseshoe, concentrating on keeping the pressure on this finger right here and on my thumb.
Kids, did you get that? Because Brad Wilkerson didn't drop the hammer on him. Have another tip from Sean Estes School of Pitching.
Four-seam fastball, which is pretty much a straight fastball. I throw it across the seams. It's a ball a little straighter, a little easier to control. Usually get a little bit more velocity on it, too.
Top 3rd, Wilkerson gets a look at the four-seamer. Gets a good look at it, punches him out. Top 5, no score, Wilkerson again, and quite frankly, he's been embarrassed in this highlight long enough. Crushes that one off Estes, who hangs the curveball. Wilkerson's 12th homer, 2-0 Expos. Bottom 5, still 2-0. Couple of runners in scoring position for Robbie Alomar, and he ropes one right to the big cat, Andres Galarraga. Look at Alomar. Hey, that's my job. Bottom 7, still 2-0. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, a couple out. Pinch hitter, John Valentin. Oh, a little bingo, base knock, huh, now kid. 1 run will score. Vlad Guerrero comes up throwing. Alomar at the plate, hosed off. Check the replay, though. Alomar misses the plate. Michael Barrett tags him, but without the ball. Definitely not a top 10 moment, but eventually somebody's out here, and it's a Met. Bottom 8, still 2-1, bases chucked. Scott Stewart strikes out Ray Ordonez. Expos win it by a count of 2-1 to snap a 5-game losing streak and a 6-game road losing streak. Mets averaging only 3.5 runs, and Sean Estes starts this season. He is winless since June 15th.
16th up against the Marlins. Top of the 5th, 1 out. Nobody on. Eric Owens. Ground ball up the middle. Robbed by Orlando Cabrera. And Owens is thrown out at first. Owens thinks he's safe. He'd be wrong. Bottom of the 5th, Brad Penny. Some blister issues. Have to be taken out of a jam. Carl Pavano would come in to pitch, get Cabrera, and get Cliff Floyd to get out of the jam. Tied at 1, bottom of the 6th, Pavano strikes out Vladimir Guerrero swinging. Two batters later, Andres Galarraga strikes out to end the sixth. Pavano faced 8 batters, struck out 5. They traded runs in the 8th. In the top of the 9th, Juan Encarnacion base hit scores Preston Wilson. Marlins at a 3-2 lead. Bottom 9, 2 out, tying run on second. Vladimir Nunez strikes out Brad Wilkerson to end it.
The loser gets contracted. Chris Berman doing some field work for the network. Bottom 4, Cliff Floyd taking Josh Beckett deep to right, and Josh didn't want to go there. That's Cliffy's 20th. First against his old team, 3-1 Expos. Top 9, 5-3 Expos. Preston Wilson deep to right. 2 out, 2-run, game-tying home run. We're going extras. Bonus baseball, top 10. Mike Redmond doubling to right. Tim Raines, he's 40-something. He's going to try to score from first. Vlad Guerrero, one of the best arms in the game. Look at this laser from the corner. And Raines is lunch meat. He is Kato salami. Check out the arm.
Oh, my goodness.
The beautiful one bouncer from deep in the corner. That reminds me of something, Kevin. June 3rd, 1997.
Watch this throw.
Pretty much the same throw. And Todd Hundley gets dealt that time. Bottom 10. I would just watch him throw. I mean, he's worth the price of admission just to watch him throw the baseball. Jose Vidro. And this ball game is over. What a game they did put on. The Expos win it 6-5.
Top of the first, Tomooka. Mike Lowell, plunk on his hand, loads of bases. He'd stay in the game, but watch the hand.
Oh, man, it's a shock to that area. Look at the shaking going on. Can't hurt Mike Lowell.
Derek Lee. Bases loaded. He's walked. That forces home a run, 1-0 Marlins. Now it's Charles Johnson. And that's a 3-run home run. Marlins up 5-0. A.J. Burnett staked to the lead.
A.J. Burnett had the old equalizer working tonight. Watch the yellow hammer from him. Nice 12-6 curveball right down in the zone. That allows him to elevate that fastball, throw that breaking ball off the same plane when he wants to. Don't see a guy moving too much on a fastball, but that was outstanding. And Charles Johnson, watch the receiving ability of him. Ball up in the zone. Watch how he kind of pulls that thing down, making it look a little bit better than it was. Nice frame.
Over 19,000 on hand in Montreal. They got bargains on tickets and hot dogs, so they showed up. Pretty good crowd for them. One of their better crowds of the year. But it is the Marlins who win it by the score of 7-2. Florida has 6 wins since the All-Star break, and 5 of those have come against Montreal. Kevin Millar and Charles Johnson each with 3 RBIs for the winners.
Crowd saw him there. There's a reason for that. We'll tell you later. Bottom 3rd, tied at 1, nobody out. Vladimir Guerrero against Julian Tavares. Guerrero lines out to Mike Lowell at 3rd. Lowell tags out Brad Wilkerson. Finally throws it over to first, and that is 1, 2, and 3. The first triple play in Marlins history.
Mike Lowell almost got his hand taken off that ball with smoke.
So the Marlins now have as many triple plays in their history as they have winning seasons.
Exactly. And you see Dawson there on bobblehead day, and for some reason he's a few inches shorter than Tim Raines.
It's because it's Rock Raines.
And Dawson feeling a little nostalgic because he hit into the first triple play in Expos history. Jeff Doyle to Ozzie Smith to Jim Anducci at first to Ken Oberkfell at 3rd for the Cardinals, September 27th of 1983. So Guerrero feeling like Dawson way back when. Mike Lowell doesn't care. He started the 2nd triple play in Expos history. Lowell is a little more triple play behind him. May 11, 2000, he grounded to 3rd. Chipper Jones starts the 5-4-3 double play and grounded to the first Marlins triple play. Bottom 8th, 3-1 Montreal. Fernando Tatis against Braden Looper, and no triple play, no double play. It's the home run. Snaps an 0-for-10 hitless streak for Tatis. The Expos win it 4-1. 16,000 plus there for Andre Dawson. Bobblehead day in Montreal.
0 against Montreal this season. Bottom 2nd, Cliff Floyd playing his last game as an Expo, going out in style. His 21st of the season. He had 3 homers in 15 games with Montreal this season. Top 8, man on 3rd. 4-3 Expos lead. Rod Barajas, ground ball to shortstop. Orlando Cabrera's throw gets away from Andres Galarraga. Steve Finley scores, tied at 4, only error in the game. Bottom 9, tied at 4. Fernando Tatis, hard ground ball to 3rd. Matt Williams, the backhand play from foul territory. Wow. Tatis 0 for 3. He's hitting .256. Bottom 10 still tied. Vlad Guerrero, in order to keep my rep up, no, I got to step up. His 27th. Expos win 5-4. Look at Byung-Hyun Kim. Just get out of here. Expos get their Major League leading 23rd one-run victory this season. D-backs lose for the first time in 8 games. They had
Bees pick up the white courtesy phone. He's on the move again. 3 weeks after he was traded to the Expos, Montreal deals him to the Red Sox for 2 minor league pitchers. Floyd is eligible to become a free agent at the end of the season.
Randy only 1-2 lifetime in his previous 6 starts against his former team, and here's what he looked like back in '88. Great old unis. He was a little skinnier then, and striking out his current teammate, Mark Grace. We come back to the future. Bottom 1, Vlad Guerrero. He'll swing at anything. Slider, that's what I'm talking about. Another slider, that's what I'm talking about. And then Iceberg Slim, he gets turned out. 3 pitches, 3 sliders. Good night. Next batter, Will Cordero. More filth. It's unfair. Johnson out of the inning. Top 2, no score. Luis Gonzalez off Masato. Yoshi. Ball go far. Gonzalez, he's been red hot after the All-Star break, average up in the 380s since his 22nd home run of the year, 1-0. Randy didn't need anything else. Facing Vlad, fastball right down Broadway. Bottom 6, 3-0 Snakes. Andres Galarraga, fastball on a full count, no bid. 9 Ks through 6. Now, Jose Macias, good luck. He strikes out. Wilton Guerrero, good night to him as well. 11 Ks through 7, now bottom 9, 149 pitches later. A complete game masterpiece. Randy's good, but don't you blaspheme in here. Lofty stuff from Johnson. Here are the numbers. Win number 15, his 26th 15 strikeout game, tying Nolan Ryan's record. The 9th double-digit strikeout game of the year, the 180th of his career, his 82nd career complete game.